In an awkward turn of events, I am using the following statement that I'm pretty sure I normally wouldn't be using, only because I can't think of any standard reason why I would be. Hi there, Australia. I'm going to get to the reason why I say that in a quick second. I did release a vlog about 2 days ago, which I don't know how many of you have seen that are seeing this now. Which, if not, go ahead and check it out. It's on the video listing, like literally it's just 2 days ago. It's right there. But the reason why I'm kind of bringing up the statement of like, hi Australia, is because what I'm soon eventually going to be showing up on the screen. I need to pull it up though first. So there's that. As I was saying in the vlog, I'm still pretty much alive, dare say. Despite the fact that during April, I had one of the biggest downfalls probably ever for my YouTube channel, where viewership-wise, I was way, way, way up, way more up than I was really expecting, in terms of also getting subscribers too. And then it fell to the shitter, because I literally did jack shit with my channel. However, despite the fact of all that taking place, like I was saying, the channel is still technically considered alive. Couple reasons for that itself is the fact that I'm still trying to post videos every now and then, and around a little bit, like I'd say June, July, I tried to upload more, and then I did that whole thing that I was labeled like the August experiments, seeing what would happen if I got rid of all the videos I listed as the most popular videos, just making them completely offline, seeing what happens with that, and came to the conclusion that nobody was pretty much watching the channel because of the fact of just no one was watching the channel at that point. Here's the reason why things get a little bit interesting. I'm at least going to pull up the lifetime view so you see exactly what's going on first. First things first, you see the massive gigantic spike that I was referring to. And then right around here is where that whole downfall takes place. And it was during there was a secondary downfall, then it picked up a bit, and then final downfall, which is where we're at right now. However, despite the fact that we're kind of in that whole downfall situation, I'm actually kind of happy. And the reason being is, I mean, take a look at the views right now. 871 views. The channel itself has a total of over 1 million views based around all the videos. Most of those is attributed to one video that's currently on my channel. But it's less of the fact of, oh, you have 871 views, that's not much. It's nice considering the fact of a couple pieces of information. First thing being, my watch time for a lot of that stuff is a lot better than normally would be for said set of views. Second thing, which, you know me, I usually don't give two shits about because this isn't done for money to begin with, but there's still some slight form of revenue coming back. This over here I'm not too concerned with the subscriber count being low. However, what I'm kind of pleased with is right here. The likes and dislikes. The last 30 days there's been no dislikes on the channel. And yet there's been 6 likes. Now again, taking it for what it's worth. It's 6 versus some other people that get like tens of thousands of likes. I'm taking every little bit in stride like I should be. But again, it goes back to, what are they watching? This is an example of what exactly I'm referring to by I'm happy with what I'm seeing. Originally, round2.exe was the big push video that for some fucking reason got a whole bunch of traction, and I'm like, why the hell is it getting traction? It's not really one of my favorite or what I would call best videos I've ever done. None of the .exe videos were. However, one of the higher viewing videos that was posted that I actually did enjoy making, it was a small video but I still had fun with it, was the 28th episode of Gary's Mod Funny Moments, which is labeled The Great Thomas Escape. And with that, that's the one that I was collabing with Cole on, which literally, believe it or not, it's a failed recording session that we turned into something different and fun. And not even 4 minutes long, but despite the fact that it's not even 4 minutes long, there's that right there. There's that right there. I'm still giving some form of revenue, so apparently YouTube somehow gives some slight forms of shit, because let's be honest at this point, YouTube doesn't give a shit about anything else except money at this point. I mean, unless they decide to change their pitch for 2019, but we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And then, of course, as you're seeing through it, you got stuff like the Flowey plays Slender, the Pixelmon, eHarmony, Evolution, Death Run. This is still semi-high, not sure why. It's kind of like the same old stuff over and over again. Now, the question that comes into play is, why am I kind of like, in the very beginning of this, hi Australia? That's the other little fun information blip that I noticed from checking out my analytics for the last 30 days. Although that kind of doesn't give a good picture with it. Because now it's pretty much Russia, so hi Russia. Which is kind of weird actually. Why the hell is Russia watching my videos? But let's get a better diagram of what I was referring to with that. Let's go back 90 days, shall we? There we go. That's more accurate to it. Disregarding the fact of the Russian views, I'd say before when I first noticed something weird going on, at least with the location of the views, was a month ago, I want to say, at the beginning. That's the beginning point of when I noticed something was coming up. But I noticed, as you see from like down here, 4% of all the views that were gained traction through this were from Australia. And then, of course, the most recently, you have 3% of those being from Russia. I'm not quite sure why, to be honest, though. I mean, if we really wanted to go even further off the rails with things, go to Lifetime, there's a whole bunch of different places that people are viewing it from, and this is only a couple things, like Brazil, Mexico, United Kingdom, Argentina. I don't know why any of them had to watch it during that point. But again, I think it's literally just because of this video right here, the round2.exe, where literally YouTube was just shitting it out to everyone, being like, hey, watch this video that for some reason is popular. Even though it was almost over a year, well, more than a year old of a video. You go back to the whole thing where like countries like Russia, Australia, they're watching this, which is kind of weird. What makes it even more weird is the traffic sources. Because for the longest time, most of my traffic sources were coming from direct YouTube searches, and I'm not quite sure how that ended up happening with any of those. But now, look where it's coming from. It's coming from YouTube searches, browsing features, suggested videos, and other stuff. It's literally appearing everywhere else with things. Somehow within those last 90 days, without me doing as much stuff as I normally would, the video has been spread more widely. It's gained what I was fearing most with the whole thing of doing a YouTube channel, and it's gaining word of mouth. I said before, way back, I believe, that word of mouth is one of the things that will probably kill my channel. Like, lack of a word of mouth. Something that's not going to allow my channel to grow. But here we are. There's clearly some form of word of mouth going on, because there's different locations where it's coming through, and if people are actually watching it based on browse features, then people are actually checking out the channel then. I'm actually kind of shocked. It's kind of expecting YouTube to just take my channel and shove it up their asshole and bury it from sight like a lot of other people. But now I get to the other interesting thing too, which kind of backtracks over to that whole Gary's Mod video I was referring to. I click on that itself. This is even more signature to what I was referring to by hi there Australia. The watch time and the view count for those sets of stuff is high. The average view duration is 2 minutes and 6 seconds, which it's more than half the length of the video itself, so it's not like, oh, it's a big, massive deal. But it kind of is a big, massive deal if you think about it. First thing being with it, you can see the graph of where the people are watching it from, and this, again, is where I'm making mention of the hi there Australia, which now I can include hi there Russia. Wow. Do I really have to restart my entire introduction to this whole video now? I don't know. But no, you've got 61% of the views just for that video only in the last 90 days from the United States. Russia and Australia combined is 39% of my viewing for that video. And then as you see towards the bottom with that, 2/3 of that's from suggested videos, but everything else is still applicable. It's still being searched as a YouTube search or browse features or other. It's still being searched out like that, which is nice. And then going through even further, which I was talking about, was watch time. Is another thing with that too. Pretty much the average number of people that are watching the videos to a certain point. Do you see what I'm seeing with on that? Like literally it starts off at its percentage where it normally would go, it just starts going down. And then it picks up at several points, like it peaks at several points throughout the entire thing. 35 seconds, which I'll leave this go as this right now. And from what it's assuming on this, it's saying like 99% of the people that watch this make it to there, where we're running from Thomas. Next cutoff point is right here, after the first jump scare or the death. And then of course it slows down a little bit because of the fact that we're all talking through this whole thing right here. This seems to be the point where people usually lose us then. Lowest point being 159, which the 159 is right here. That literally is one of the lower points of the video. A lowest being right there at the very end, like people clicking off the video too early, which I'm not going to count towards that. The next highest peak was right here, which I remember right. It's there I spawned the fucking boy in, I believe is what it was. See, now it matches up with the beginning of that whole video, and that's when people are like, oh, that's what that is. And then the last kind of like big peak is around this section right here at 327. Which is this jump scare. So the fact of that, just seeing that itself, it may not seem like much to most people. But compare that to, let's say, this. Where it just slowly drains down and down and down. Obviously, because it's a smaller video, people are obviously going to be watching more of it from the first thing. But still, just the fact of that is kind of making it like a big deal thing. Which kind of means, if you think about it, I may have to start going the route where I literally make videos that are just above the 10-minute mark, or make some more stupid shit that literally is only like 4 or 5 minutes long. Because otherwise, it seems like it's not going to be working well. So maybe you got something out of this, maybe not, I don't know. It's just kind of like a picking at my brain thing of all the stuff that's actually going on with the channel still, despite the fact of everything taking place. And I mean, if we really want to go even further back from that, check this out with it too. Pretty much the first uploading was around here. Then of course a lot of people were watching it, channel got popular, stuff like that. Kind of ranged over around here, like when the channel was getting big. Then I tried to pick back up during a certain point, and if you notice right here, this is where pretty much I believe I hit my issue in April. Let me see if that shows up here. Yeah, somewhat around this way. And this flat line obviously right here is the point where I shut off the video for the entire month of August. So you can see at least from that, out of all the viewers and stuff, that one specific video has actually done pretty good, all things considered. And to go one more further point into detail with the video, audience retention for lifetime for that video looks like that. An almost near repeat of what the 90 days looked like for the round2.exe. So again, does it make sense as to why I'm kind of like geeking out over how that one video is doing? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Just random thoughts picking my brain. I'll see what you guys ever think about those. If you guys want me to try and do more stuff like that, I can do it. It's just it'd be a little bit more tricky because I don't like doing them too often. Just let me know. I'll go through it. But at least for right now, that's where I'm going to leave it off for this one. And of course, as always, this is EndoPlasmite. Thank you so much for watching and showing your supports. And of course, again, me saying it because I'm repeating myself at this point. This is EndoPlasmite, giving a friendly reminder to keep it real, keep it cool, keep it real cool. Plasmite out.